Liberia Broadcasting System (APNCO) face its newsline, 30 minutes of major news events all about Liberia and the rest of the world. Today is Thursday, May 30, 2024. Martha Rogers anchoring. In the headlines, Gender Minister Bemi Horace Colley calls for practical approach to tackle barriers to gender equality in Liberia. Liberia faces possible internet outage and a planned ACE cable repair this Friday. United Nations Resident Coordinator Christine Ombotini praises government's development plan for the country. And away from home, Kenya mountain climbers body to be left on Everest after he died while trying to reach the peak. Details of these interesting stories plus more all coming up right after the news bulletin read for us by Koluba Sisi.
Gender Minister Bemi Horace Colley is calling for a robust policy approach to issues hindering gender equality in Liberia. Madam Colley believes this approach will help in bridging the gender gap and provide women with the requisite skills to access livelihood opportunities as their male counterparts. She spoke at the official launch of the National Policy Dialogue platform in Congo Town. According to her, the cross-sectorial dialogue platform under the Liberia Women Empowerment Project seeks to address policy-related constraints affecting women empowerment in the country. The gender minister then urged stakeholders and organizations involved in the project to work with commitment in order to achieve its targeted goals. Liberia and other countries in the region are likely to experience internet outage this Friday. It followed announcement by the Cable Consortium of Liberia about oncoming repairs on the ACE submarine cable network. The CCL said the repair will significantly impact internet connectivity in West Africa beginning midnight to 10 a.m. on May 31. The 10-hour repair window will affect all internet traffic passing through the ACE segment 2.1, including connections from Monrovia, Abidjan, Freetown, Conakry, and Banjul to Europe. The disruption is expected to cause substantial internet outages in those regions, temporarily cutting off vital communication links. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Cable Consortium, Henry Benson, has urged network users to plan accordingly and seek alternative arrangements to mitigate the impact of the scheduled outage. United Nations Resident Coordinator Christine Umutuni has praised government's development ambition for the country. Madam Umutuni said government's arrest agenda is an opportunity for Liberia to realign itself with global requirements and processes. The UN Resident Coordinator made a statement Thursday at the Mika press briefing in Monrovia.
They talk about energy, digital connectivity, education, social protection, climate change, biodiversity, pollution, all of which are also so it is a huge opportunity for Liberia to align itself with the global requirements and with the global processes.
Madam Omotuni also stressed the need for development partners in the country to continue ensuring harmonization effort as well as mutual accountability. She described mutual accountability between government and development partners as crucial to accompanying the country's developmental processes. A $44 million project targeting more than 200,000 persons in Liberia has been launched. The project seeks to improve social and livelihood services for women and girls, foster positive social norms, and strengthen the government's support to advance women's empowerment. The initiative is also intended to address key barriers to gender equality in Liberia and align with government priorities on women's empowerment and gender-based violence prevention. The 5-year strategic project will be implemented by the Ministry of Gender under the Liberia Women Empowerment Project. The ministry said the project will benefit women and girls from 6 counties, including Baapulu, Bomi, Riverses, and Grand Chile. Foreign Minister Cyril Beslo-Yanti is leading government's delegation to Seoul, Republic of Korea, for ministerial meeting of Korea-Africa Summit on June 2. The gathering of foreign ministers is aimed at strengthening partnership between South Korea and African governments. According to a foreign ministry release, the meeting will also pave the way for the 2024 Korea-Africa Summit of Heads of State and Government. The summit themed the future we make together, share growth, sustainability, and solidarity will take place from June 4 to June 5. President Joseph Boakai is expected to lead a Liberian delegation joining global leaders from Korea, Asia, Africa, South America, the United States, and Europe. And Grand Jide County Superintendent Alex Grant has set up a 7-man committee to conduct the election for Council of Chiefs. The formation of the electoral body is consistent with the Local Governance Act of 2018, which calls for the elections of leaders for the Council of Chiefs. Our correspondent said election will feature candidates for the positions of chairman, vice chairman for tradition and culture, and vice chair for peace and reconciliation. The committee's chairman, Alfonso Gbag, said the committee has embarked on civic education for chiefs in the 8 administrative districts of the county ahead of the electoral process.
Cordoba comes back a little later. That's when you listen to our foreign news. This is Newsline on State Radio. One of the big stories we're following. Gender Minister Bwemi Horace Colley calls for a practical approach to tackling barriers to gender equality in Liberia. To this one now, government continues to receive pat on the back for its development roadmap for the country. The latest comes from United Nations Resident Coordinator Christine Omotuni. Omotuni expressed admiration first day at MICAT press briefing in Monrovia.
It's very interesting that when you look at arrest, it is leading the world, if I should say, because they talk about